Too long, didn't watch. For those who don't want details, just an overview. The Witch Queen has been delayed. Sunsetting is going away, but not entirely. Stasis and 3-peaking in PvP are being addressed. And VOG and Transmog will be in Season 14. If you're not interested in the details, then you're free to go. Otherwise, stick around and I'll go over some more in-depth information about what I just listed. Bungie's Joe Blackburn released 2021's State of Destiny Thursday. It's a lot, so here's a TLDR. Section 1. Expansions and the Future of Destiny. The Witch Queen has been delayed from 2021 to early 2022 release. Lightfall is no longer the last expansion we're aware of. A new, unannounced expansion is slated after Lightfall to, quote, complete our first saga of Destiny. One notable quote from the Witch Queen section is, "Even more importantly, the conclusion of these releases will also conclude the Light and Darkness saga." It sounds like Bungie has much more planned for Destiny. Section 2. Sunsetting and Leveling. Sunsetting is going away, but not entirely. Starting in Season 14, we won't be capping the infusion on any weapons or armor that have not already reached the caps as of the start of Season 13. As for leveling, starting in Season 14, the power cap will only increase by 10 levels for all non-expansion seasons. This means if you reach the maximum power in Season 13, when the next season rolls around, you'll be directly in the 10-point pinnacle band of the power pursuit. Section 3. PvP and Stasis Balancing. Some of the PvP issues that players have been complaining about for months will finally be addressed. 3-peaking will be addressed in Trials and Competitive. In these modes, emotes will be disabled, and players will be unable to pull out any third-person weapon that doesn't have ammo. Stasis changes for Season 13 and 14. A bunch of changes are being made to balance stasis in PvP. Some of these changes are Behemoth Titan getting the following nerfs, decreased super damage reduction, increased super energy cost when performing light attacks, removal of freeze AoE on supercast, and reduced traveling efficacy of Shiver Strike when slowed. Revenant Hunters will see decreased Withering Blade damage and tracking, decreased slow stacks applied to targets, and removal of Shatter Dive damage reduction. As for Shadebinder Warlocks, 2 bug fixes, one for an issue where Ice Flare bolts wouldn't track towards targets immediately on creation, and another bug fix for Shadebinder super projectiles which were not tracking properly. Lastly, a general change to decrease crystal shatter damage across all subclasses will be applied. An additional change slated for Season 15 is universal adjustments to stasis by increasing damage reduction when frozen to provide more survivability for the victim. Aside from stasis balancing, there will be a buff to underutilized light subclass trees in an attempt to level the super playing field in PvP. Bungie is also doubling the size of the security team in 2021, sending out surveys to get a better grasp of the PvP experience related to cheaters, and continuing legal action against cheat devs. Last for PvP is Trials. Bungie plans to incentivize more people to play this mode. They will rework the reward and card system in an attempt to have players keep their cards longer, and they're going to try to add solo players into Trials. Section 4. VOG. Vault of Glass will return in Season 14. It will launch with a contest mode for the first 24 hours, and a world's first race for some reason. They'll be adding a list of challenging triumphs that will need to be completed in order to qualify for World's First. Aside from that, they're looking to add master difficulties to raids and dungeons that will offer adept gear, but there's no time frame listed for when this will become a reality. Section 5. Transmog. Season 14 will finally introduce Transmog, calling it Armor Synthesis. Ada 1 will be coming back to handle this new cosmetic system. Every season, Ada will offer players a set of bounties that highlight various activity types. Players can complete these quests and receive the materials they need to power up Ada's loom, which can turn any piece of armor in your collection into a permanent universal ornament. Players short on time will also be able to purchase synthesis tokens for silver. Additionally, shaders will be permanent unlocks instead of stacks. Section 6. Potpourri. Crossplay is coming in Season 15. PvP matchmaking between PC and console won't occur unless PC players specifically invite their console friends to play with them in PC Crucible pools. Ikora will be back in Season 14, and for the Witch Queen. Legendary Stasis weapons will drop in Season 15. Gilded titles will start displaying how many times they've been gilded in Season 14. And that concludes the 2021 State of Destiny. If you have any questions or just want to discuss some of the points I went over in the video, leave a comment below for me. If you found this TLDR helpful, consider sharing it with your Destiny Discord. Thanks for watching. You're the one that put a banana on my couch and called it Scrooge Squirrel.